Hello royalty, and welcome back to yet another video by lately Mrs. C. If this is your first time watching these kinds of videos or seeing this person on your screens, hi, my name is Melody Valeria, or lately Mrs. C as this channel is called. On this channel we do homemaking, cleaning and organizing, hauls, cooking, motherhood, vlogs, and anything that is interesting and fun at that time. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello royalty, and welcome back to yet another video by lately Mrs. C. So in this video we are going to be resetting my living area. So it's a Sunday reset of my living area, and we are not going to be focusing on any other part other than my living area. And after this I have a sweet tutorial for you guys on how I do my thumbnails, because this has been a video that has been highly requested. People have been asking me how I do my thumbnails, so this is going to be a video where I show you how I do my thumbnails using the Canva app. So you guys, you don't want to miss that. So in the meantime, enjoy the video, get motivated to clean your space. As I always say, no matter how small your space is or how huge your space is, I do these videos to motivate each and every one of us, whether you are just beginning owning your own home or you've been in this game for a long time. This is just a video to motivate you to do what you need to do. So yeah guys, continue watching and enjoy the rest of the video.
Love's fine, then we'll fall in love. We'll fall in love so easily. With just a little part of everybody. I'd like to be above it, but I'm only human. I feel weird, I feel strange. Thoughts meander around my brain. Instead of going under, I'll become a lover. Ceaseless laughter, unnamed joy, love exploding from my heart. And then we'll fall in love. We'll fall in love so easily. With just a little part of everybody. Yes, we'll fall in love. We'll fall in love so tenderly. With just a little part of everybody.
And I am done with the sweeping. Now I am just mopping my floors, and after mopping then I'll just go ahead and also clean my sills because they are so dusty, so I also need to clean them. So yeah, that is what I am doing right now.
found myself smiling more. The moment you leave, I feel down again. I talk to myself on the floor just to feel less alone. I swear that I'm trying my best. You tell me the stress shouldn't be a friend. I wonder where I'll end up next, on the corner of hope. So hold my hand tight for a minute. I'll let you know when to let go. You give a little love with a little sun. Everywhere you go, everywhere you're running. You never say a word, even when it hurts. Everywhere you go, everywhere you're smiling. You make it look easy. I don't understand how you can love me the way that I am. You give a little love with a little sun. Everywhere you go, everywhere you're running. I found myself dreaming again. The moment you leave, it goes blank in my head. It feels like my bed is on fire when I'm sleeping alone. So hold my hand tight for a minute. I'll let you know when to let go. You give a little love with a little sun. Everywhere you go, everywhere you're running. You never say a word, even when it hurts. Everywhere you go, everywhere you're smiling.
So I am done with the mopping and the sweeping, and I am just dusting off my husband's table, and I will go on to dust and polish my TV stand and other things that need to be dusted, and we'll be done with the living area. So you guys, I hope that you're enjoying this video so far. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, so that you join the family. Share this video out so that we reach a wider audience. Leave a comment in the comment section and turn on your bell notification so that you don't get to miss any video if I upload any new video.
How you can love me. How long does it take for me to lose my cool? Does it take for me to lose my cool?
I need a minute, then lasts an hour, then lasts a day, then lasts a while, until I'm okay. I need a minute, then lasts an hour, then lasts a day, then lasts a while, until I'm awake. I'm sorry, but I had a bad day. Didn't mean to take it out on you that way. I'm sorry, but I had a bad day. Didn't mean to take it out on you that way. Normally I wouldn't care that much, but let's be real, you know I've lit the fuse. It's an ordeal, I know I'll lose, but let's be real right now. It's what I choose. Now I'm letting it slip out my mouth that I don't know. Talking at you would be better if I just would go. Sit by myself, take a walk, take a nap, eat some food. Take the time I need to be better than my mood. Better than my mood. Better than my mood. I'm sorry, but I had a bad day. Didn't mean to take it out on you that way.
And I am done with my living area. The Sunday reset for the living area is basically complete, and my living area is clean and it looks so good. So now on to the next item on the to-do list, which is ironing. You probably know by now that lately Mrs. C doesn't like ironing, guys. If I have to choose between doing dishes and ironing, I would probably choose doing dishes, because ironing is just a lot of work. Ironing and folding is a lot of work. So in this clip, I was trying to sort out my clothes and see which ones were not as bad, which do not need ironing, but every bit of clothing item in this basket needed to be ironed because they were so wrinkled, and also because they've been in there for a long time, it made it worse. So I had no choice but to iron everything. And yeah, that is my son trying to help me. He's at the stage where if I am doing anything, he's there to help me. So yeah, that is what he is doing. So let me see if I can start doing this, if I can start ironing and give you that ironing motivation you need. This was a lot of laundry that needed to be ironed, and I myself needed to motivate myself too. So while I was sorting out the clothes, I think I was watching Big Brother or some YouTubers, I don't remember, but I think it was a mix of that, between Big Brother and some YouTubers which I love watching. And on the Big Brother issue, guys, tell me if you love this jury thing that Big Brother is introduced this season, because I don't like it. It is so unfair. So yeah, let's move on to our work. So I'm just setting up my workspace for me to start ironing, and I've also taken a bath, as you can see by the change of clothes. So I just wanted to show you this trick that I do when I'm ironing. I add this sensational spritzer into my water, the water that I'll be using when I'm ironing. So I just put that inside my iron, and my clothes will have like a good smell on them. So yeah, I do that. I started doing this only for my sheets, but I ended up doing it for everything else. So yeah, and in the background you can see I was watching Latisha Indongo. She is a Namibian YouTuber whom I love. So yeah, let's continue. Ah.
Baby, pull me under. You're something to discover. Let me explore your wonder.
syllables. Come over, locate near me. Let's find the time, see where this will lead.
Stay here for the night. I feel more than butterflies. You're more than just another. My heart beats every time your body touches mine. Exploring under covers. Don't want this to go south. Let's kick it up on the east side and see what this is about. From moonlight until the sun shines. Let me explore you.
So I took a break to have some breakfast, courtesy of Hubs, of course. And while eating, I was watching Osmo Stuff. She's a South African YouTuber. I was watching her story time. I love her content. Like, she's very authentic, down to earth, and her story times are bomb. They always leave you entertained. So yeah, there she is, Osmo Stuff. She's very popular. It's like she's a big YouTuber, so most of you might probably know her. So yeah, that is what I was watching while enjoying my breakfast.
Your lips with no syllables. Come over, locate near me. Let's find the time, see where this will lead.
Let me explore you now. Let me explore you now.
Put 20 seconds on the clock, and my stomach's in knots. My knees have done locked. Met you that lazy afternoon, and I'm thinking of you, still thinking of you. Please come home, every minute gone, it seems like a day I've been wasting away with yesterday's old news. I can't get enough of you. I'm stuck in a daze. I'm stuck in it. Please come home. I miss you every day. I'm yours. Na 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 na. I'm yours. Na 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 na. I'm yours. Na na na. I'm yours. Ooh, yours. Na 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 na. I'm yours. Na 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 na. I'm yours. Na na na. I'm yours. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So now my laundry basket is empty. I am done, guys. You can't begin to imagine how happy I was by this point. I was singing. I was so happy that I managed to finish by laundry. And the good thing is my son also fell asleep, so that means that my work became more efficient and faster. So yeah, I was so happy. I hope that you have been motivated enough to do your ironing, because wow, this was a lot. So as I promised earlier, I have a thumbnail tutorial for you guys, so that is what we'll be getting into in a couple of minutes. So you guys stay tuned so that I give you how I do my thumbnails. Thank you so much for watching until this far. Hello royalty. So I am done with my Sunday reset, and as I had promised earlier, I want to do a quick tutorial for you and demonstrate to you how I do my thumbnails. So there are different apps out there for doing your thumbnails. Sorry guys, let me turn off this light real quick. What is it? I'm designing the natural lighting. So as I was saying, there are a lot of apps out there that can help you do your thumbnails if you're a YouTuber. And my favorite app is the Canva app. Disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. I am not sponsored by Canva, but I just love using Canva. So I use Canva for all my thumbnails, and this video has been requested by most people, but specifically let me just do a shout out to my girl Ivikel Kale. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it well, but she asked how I do my thumbnails, and she mentioned that she loves how I do my thumbnails. So I just decided, you know what, let me not wait anymore to like share with you guys how I do my thumbnails, because if I help you, then I'm helping all of us, and we can all move a step closer to achieving our YouTube dreams, because a thumbnail is something that makes or breaks your video engagement, how people engage or how people click on your video to watch it. So I decided, let me not be stingy with information and actually share this information with you guys. So I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on how I create my thumbnails, so you can get a pen or paper, and yeah, you get a few tips from this tutorial. And also please note that I prefer using my laptop rather than my phone, though the phone is okay, but I prefer using my laptop. So yeah, let's go to my laptop and I'll give you the full tutorial on how to make a thumbnail for YouTube using Canva. Guys, I'm over here. So let's do this. So when you go into Canva, my first landing page, I am using my laptop. As I said, I prefer using my laptop when doing my thumbnails, because it gives me a clear space of my canvas and the space that I'll be working with, and it's much easier to navigate than when you are using your mobile, though you can use your mobile. Yeah. And also one other thing is, I am a pro user. I have subscribed to the Canva Pro, so I have access to more features than the free features. So I might have access to more elements, more text, and anything like that, because I am a pro user. So anyways, this is the landing page. This is where you land when you first open your Canva, and as you can see, there are document designs, whiteboard, stories, Instagram posts, a logo, and these are my projects. These are the things that I have done. Let's look at this. This is a thumbnail that I have made from scratch. So I did not use anyone's project when creating this thumbnail. I create I'm so sorry guys, I keep doing that because I think it's chocolate, because I'm having chocolate, as you can see. So let me toss that away so that we can actually focus on this video. So as I was saying, I don't use anyone's project whenever I make my thumbnails. I make my thumbnails from scratch. So yeah, let's do this. So the first thing that you can do when you want to create a YouTube thumbnail is going to the search bar, then typing YouTube thumbnail. So let's do this. I will be typing YouTube thumbnail, and when you click on YouTube thumbnail, you already see that it's there are many templates that you can use when you are trying to make your thumbnail, and you can just use projects created by others, and you can customize them to fit your YouTube channel, to fit your own aesthetic, to fit what you do, and to fit what you want to put out there. As I said earlier on, a thumbnail is one step closer to having those views that you need on your channel. It determines how many people are going to click on your video and how many people are going to pass. So a very good thumbnail is something that I would recommend that you work on creating. So these are all thumbnails that have been created by others, and some are free and some are pro. So that means you'd have to pay to access it, but some are free designs and you can do that. You can like customize it to fit your needs. Now let's look at this tab here. On the laptop, you just come here, there is this blank slate, and I usually use this. So you just click on here and automatically Canva opens up this new page for you. Now when it comes to this new page, now as you can see, it's a blank canvas. There is nothing here, there's no text, there's no element, there is nothing. So what you need to do now is to map out what kind of thumbnail you want to put out. So for the sake of today's video, I'm going to demonstrate using the kind of videos that I do make, which are homemaking, cleaning, and organizing videos. So for us to be able to start navigating and adding stuff to our blank canvas, which we have here, the first and foremost thing that I do is put on grids. I just do not take a picture and put here, guys. I do not do that. For example, let me go to my uploads. So there are uploads here, and let's say I want to use this picture as part of my thumbnail. I do not just select this picture and put it here. I do not do that. Let's put this one again. This is not something that I do because I don't find this to create the uniform that I want. So instead of doing this, let me delete this. Instead of doing that, I make sure that all my pictures are well aligned, and for that you head over here to the elements section. You go to the elements and you type grid. And as you can see, it has already been used because I used the grid a lot. So when you go and search for the grid, there are these grids that show up. Let me just use my cursor. So these are the grids that we are speaking about, right? And when you go here, you see all the grids that are available for you. You have one that has one grid, two grids, two that are vertical, two that are horizontal, different shapes, different sizes, right? And then I map out how many pics that I want to put in my thumbnail. Then let's say I want to put about 6 pictures. So what I do is I go to this one here where my mouse is hovering right now. Then I click on it and automatically it gets added to the Canva. But since it's so big like this, I don't want it to be like full on my Canva like this. I want space for 2 other grids, right? What I do is select here, then drag this grid to this point. As you can see, it has created space here. So I go back here, then I copy this, then I paste it, and I have another grid that I can add here. Then I copy again and paste it, and then we have a grid here. So I can just adjust this so that it matches the whole grid, or I can adjust everything to make sure that they are of the same size like that. So after that is done, then I can now add my pictures. As you can see, this is an even Canva, which means that I can add my pictures here in a uniform manner. Then I go here to my uploads, then I can start now adding my pictures one by one. So yeah, let's do this. So let's say I want to do this video where I got my hair done. I had hair done, so I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to drag another pic here. Then I'm going to drag a pic of my grocery. Then I'm going to drag a pic of my house, a clean house, and that. So it's just a matter of you dragging your pictures, and they automatically go into a certain grid because that's a photo grid already. So you don't have to position your pictures. You don't have to go through the hassle of positioning your pictures to say it's not well aligned. The grid works for you. The grid does the work for you. So after I've input my pictures like this, as you can see, this is how it looks. If I don't want these borders, I can just go, let's say let me move my mouse here, then I move it here, then I go here where it says spacing, then I reduce the spacing to 0 because I don't want any spacing on my grid, as you can see. And this is the first part. This is the simple part. And for this pic here, if you don't want this whole part to show, you can always adjust by clicking and dragging and cropping and rotating, whatever works for you. Now let's go on to adding your text. So when you want to add your text, you go here to this bar which says text. Let me circle that. Let me choose blue, and yeah, this part is what we will be using to add our text on to our thumbnail. So let's say I want this to be a heading that says a homemaker's day in the life, for example. I'm going to go here and type a homemaker's day in the life. So this is our first heading, and once you select it like this, you can go here and you can select the font size. So let me put this to 45.3 like that. But as you can see, this is not visible enough. We need to put a contrasting color that contrasts with our pictures so that it is visible enough. So I can go on and choose a white color now. to make sure that my text is visible. So once that is done, my text is now visible, but I don't like this text, right? I can always go to this tab here, which says this font a blue fat face, and I can scroll down. Canva has a lot of fonts that it provides, and it also has these which are like Canva Pro users, and I am a Canva Pro user and I can use this kind of a font for free. But what I want to tell you guys is, when you want this heading, the main heading, to be readable from afar, let's say people will be watching from their mobile phones and you want them to clearly read the main heading without having to struggle, kindly choose a font that is bold and that is not too fancy. Avoid using fancy text when you are making the main headline. For example, this is my main headline. Omega Stay in the Life is my main heading, right? And I am going to use any other bold font. For example, I usually use Montserrat Classic, Leagues Pattern, Merriweather. This one that is there, I usually use it as well, so I can just choose what I want to use and use that. So let's go with Montserrat, right? You can type Montserrat and it will appear. I'm not sure if I'm getting the spelling correct, because it's not appearing here, but let me just search for bold, and some bold text will come up like this, and I can choose from all these texts which one I want to use. But let me go back to the Montserrat Classic, this one, and say I want to use that one, and there I have my text at Homemaker's Day in the Life. But now I want a subheading, and say it goes somewhere here which says cleaning, cooking, new hair, and more. That's my subheading, right, which is going to go under this. So my shortcut is I just drag this part here. If you guys can see this part which is going over my pictures, if I drag this, then automatically my text size is increasing. If you see on the top there, it's now 20.4, 20.8, 21, 22, 23. So this is a shortcut by just dragging this. But if you want to do the longer route, you can just select this and go and increase the font size here. So I think this one will work for me, cleaning, cooking, and because I think this is visible enough. So we are going to change this text as well. For this one, I just suggest that you go all out. If you want to use fancy text, it is completely up to you. You can do what you want, because this is just accompanying the main headline. So on this part, I usually just choose handwriting. And for handwriting, a lot of handwriting texts will come out. Canva, Student Font, Deco, Apricots, Alex Brush, Beth Ellen. This is for pro users, etc, etc. So let's say I want to use my Bright Sunshine. That is how it looks. I don't really like it, and we're going to choose another one because we want this thumbnail. No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good to me as well. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So you just keep scrolling until you find something that works or that is good in your eyes. So I'm going to choose the buffalo, although it's for pro users. I want to use the buffalo, but for the sake of this video, okay, let me just change and use something different, something that is free. Maybe you would want to make use of this video step by step. So let's choose something that is completely free. Let's say I want to use the water lily one. No, the water lily is too competing. It's competing with my main text, so I don't like it. The same with this, competing with my headline. I don't like it. Hibernate, yeah, hibernate will work. So hibernate is free, so I'm going to just add the text size so it looks a little bit better. So we want this to align to page, so we are going to align this to page, and now it has been aligned. We want this to align to page as well, to the center, and this is aligned. So now we are getting somewhere with our thumbnail, right? But if you want something wow, like in, oh my god, I should not have done that, but just ignore that, guys. So if you want this text to pop, you can use the effects element. So let's say I select this Homemaker's Day in the Life, then I go here on the elements. There are a lot of elements that are available, as you can see. You can choose a shadow, you can choose to lift, you can choose hollow, you can use splice, outline, glitch, neon, whatever you want to do. But I usually go with either outline or shadow. When it comes to the outline, let's select the outline for an example. Now I've selected an outline, and you can see that there is an outline of a gray color here, which is there, but I don't like a gray color, right? I want to choose a black color, so I just go and choose a black color, and I go back here and adjust the thickness, because I want my text to be like real thick and be able to show. So yeah, let's reduce this so that you guys can see how it looks now. So now my text is more visible, it's more clear. Then I go on to this part which says cleaning, cooking, new hair and more, and I want an effect again here, and let's say I want to choose the shadow effect on this part. So for the shadow effect, it also gives you a color, right? But I want my own color. I want to put my own color here, so I can choose these solid colors, these default colors here, if you guys can see. But I can also go here and just select maybe the color purple. I've been loving the color purple on my videos lately. Yeah, let's say I've chosen the color purple, and as you can see here, the color purple is in the background. Now you can utilize this to make sure that your shadow is appearing the way you want it to appear, and the direction here, you can change where your direction must go, as you can see what is happening right now. So I'm happy with this, but I also want it to blur, and I put it out to 100, and as you can see, the blur effect has been created and the shadow effect has been created, and now my subheading is more visible when you look at it like this. But now let's say I find all this boring, like this is just boring, I don't want it. I can go back to elements and select let's say I select glitters. So I type glitters. Once I select glitters, then all these graphics show up, but most of them are for pro users. So I can just go and select this one. It's for pro users as well, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah. So I can just resize it like this so that it fits under cleaning, cooking and more. So as you can see, I have my glitter and the back of my text here, and I am happy with what I have created so far, you see, and I will be happy with what I would have created on that specific day. If this was a, let's say, after dark cleaning or bathroom cleaning, there are also options for me to add other elements. Let's say you want to show that the room is not sparkly, you can just search for stars. What kind of a spelling is that? Stars. And then these stars will appear, but you want to use these ones. So when you put them on your document like this, they will be like black. It's a default one, so they'll be like black. You have to change them to white. So let's say I want to add that element. That is what I can just do. So that is the basic guide of how I create my thumbnails. Let's say I want to change this to another type of an effect and I want to put a shadow the same way that the subheading has a shadow. I can just go here and select a contrasting color. Let's say I want to choose this maroonish color, or I want a deep red. Then I can go back here and select the offset of this, select the direction, blur it out, transparency, and I have a very beautiful red on my text here, as you can see. And if I minimize this, it's visible while it's small. As you can see, my text is still visible no matter how small this is. So that is what you should vouch for. So yeah, that is how I create my thumbnails. So the other type of thumbnail that I love creating is one that has a transparent background, that has a text and a transparent background. So let me show you how I do that one. So you can just go back to effects, right, and you can choose this background one, and automatically it gives you black as the background. But I don't want black as my background, you see. Let's say I want white as my background, but this means that my white text is not visible anymore. So that means I'm going back here and I have to change the font color to black, right? And then we go back to our effects. But I don't want this white background to be this transparent, you see. I want to be able to see right through the background. So I reduce the transparency on this part. Yes, this is basically how I do it. So if I am happy with it like this, then I leave it alone. But I prefer my shadow, so I am going to go back to my shadow and leave it like that. Then after this is done, I can go here. After it is saved, usually it saves automatically a homemaker's day in the life, or I can just say a vlog 45 thumbnail here and save it. And then I can go to share, and on this bar here it says download, and always download my thumbnails in PNG format because that's the best quality for thumbnails. Then I just click on download and I have my thumbnail. So for the sake of time, since this was supposed to be just a quick tutorial, I am just going to stop here. If you guys want a full tutorial on how I navigate around Canva, I can even edit my videos in Canva. I can do my Instagram reels on Canva. I can do my Instagram stories, my Instagram posts. I do a lot with Canva. So if you want me guys to give you that tutorial, you can just show that by commenting in the comment section if you want that video, and I'll obviously do that tutorial for you. And once that is done, I can just go to my files and to my downloads. I can see my thumbnail over here, and that is the thumbnail that I have created from our tutorial. So that is how I do my thumbnails. I hope that this has helped you, Evie. I hope that this has helped you. So guys, this is where we are going to end today's video. So I will see you in the next one. I am so sorry it ended up being a very long video, but so I'll see you guys in the next video. From me to you, love and light. Let's continue making our homes fit for royalty. Bye.